Well, a fantastic morning of breakout sessions. Hopefully you guys watched as many as you can. If you watched just one, you got a lot of information. But don't forget, the breakout sessions are going to be on the website, on the app there, throughout the entire day. So make sure you join that. And it doesn't stop today. It continues on to tomorrow. We're just going to be wrapping up here virtually today. So this is our third and final day here at Partners 2017. Once again, I'm Jeff Kraft. Welcome back to the news desk as we continue live coverage here in Anaheim. And we've got more interviews going on in just a sec. I'm going to introduce you to Ahmad Baroudi, Director of Teradata Product Marketing. We're going to be chatting about time series analytics. What is that? I don't know. We're going to find out. Ahmad's going to talk to us about that. Also, David McCreary, he's going to be coming back as well. We're going to find out what's been going on throughout the week, and he's been random all over the place. Random all over the place. And I'm going to try to get him up here on the news desk. Everybody says, don't do it, don't do it. Well, of course, I'm going to do exactly the opposite as everybody tells me to do. Ahmad's sitting here with me. Good to see you
Good to
again.
see you too.
I mean, last year we chatted in Atlanta, so I'm glad you're back up here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course,
It's
to a
great.
couple of guys from San Diego, you know, coming here to Anaheim.
Yes.
Got to talk about the weather. I mean, it's the weather. If you're from SoCal, you're just shocked at how hot it is. It's always hot in September. It's, you know, but October like this, never.
It's like 104 degrees out there.
No, it's cooling down. Today's only going to be 100. So it's going to be a little chilly today.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to roll the sleeves down today.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about your experience so far. Atlanta, obviously, data changes everything. Now, of course, the edge of next. What's been your take? How many years partners?
This is probably about 20 years at Partners.
Oh, got it. So you got to watch then, obviously, from coming to, if you come here 20 years?
I should.
They'll mail it to you.
Yes.
So mail it. But the culture has changed. I've said this quite a bit. The culture has changed here at Partners. But from last year to this year, it's a big difference.
It's a big difference, continuing kind of the trend that we've always been setting, which is continuing to raise the bar on analytics, new analytic functions, new analytic techniques, with the commonality being making analytics easy for customers to use, whether it's new functions, new data types, new analytics, just making it as easy for companies to use analytics as possible.
That's right. That's right. Well, speaking of making it easier, making it easy for all of you out there to follow along here at Partners, as we are live on Facebook and YouTube right now, so those great channels are going to be live for a little while. Then we've got some more breakout sessions. When we are not live on those channels, of course, we'll be live on the Teradata site, partners.teradata.com/virtual. That is how you can follow us along. Just because we're not on YouTube or Facebook doesn't mean we're stopping here at the news desk. They work me. They work me. They don't let me take a break. We've got lots of interviews coming up. Well, we're going to be chatting about time series, Ahmad.
Yes.
The recent technology advancements in time series computing and handling the new IoT challenge of time series data directly in the Teradata database. Time series, I said it. What is time series?
So time series is data that generally comes off the Internet of Things from devices, machine-generated, human-generated. And time series is a type of data where data is coming in regular intervals, and it has a value with it. So take temperature, since we're talking about temperature here in the hot weather. Temperature is usually measured every 1 minute. And so every 1 minute, 9 o'clock at 1 second, 9 o'clock in 2 seconds, there is a value that comes with it, 82 degrees, 83 degrees, 84 degrees. And so there's a time interval and a value that comes with it. Temperature, wind speed, engine rotation speed. These are things that are happening at regular intervals in time and repeated continuously. So that's kind of time series. And the majority of data created in the world is time series data because it's nonstop, it's continuous.
Well, what is Teradata announcing in time series? There's always announcements here at Partners. That's why you want to be here. That's why you want to watch. There's an announcement with time series, I understand?
There's an announcement with time series, and what we're announcing is we've developed new structures in the Teradata database specifically to deal with time series, because time series brings its own challenges with it. And so we've built ways within the Teradata database to rapidly ingest time series data, rapidly access the time series data, and handle anomalies. Sometimes with time series data, you may be missing functions. You may be missing data points. with your time series. And so how do you deal with that? So we built that directly into the Teradata database.
So what makes it unique? You know, I guess, what's Teradata doing to make it unique with time series?
Yeah, so what Teradata is doing that's unique is something different than any other database or technology out there, and that is the special structures within the database allow for rapid ingest of time series data, which you need because as time series data is coming in very fast and frequent, you need to access, not only store it quickly, but analyze it quickly, look for anomalies really quickly. So the special structures will allow rapid ingest of data, rapid access of the data, and then special functions to deal with the anomalies. So if you're missing a value, we know how to deal with that. I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to do a simple average and you have 4 values coming in, and one of those 4 values is missing a value, it's null. So if you want to do an average, the formula for an average is add up all 4 and divide by 4, right? Add up all values, but if you're missing one, now you're adding up 3 values and dividing by 4. Doesn't work, bad math. And so the Teradata database knows how to handle that automatically and deal with it. And another thing with time series data is that a lot of the time series data comes from sensors, comes from the Internet of Things, and different sensors report at different intervals. So temperature may be recorded every 1 minute. Engine rotation speed may be every 1 second. Other sensors may report 10 times a second. And so now it's hard to align the sensor readings from at different time intervals. So a Teradata database will make it easy and automated to line all those sensor readings up that come out at different time intervals and align them and allow for analysis, whether you want to look at them in 15-minute increments, 30-minute increments, every 30 minutes for 3 hours. It'll allow you to segment the sensor readings for business analysis.
So a lot of benefits to companies with time series.
It is. There's a lot of benefits that come with time series because in reality what you're doing is you're merging IoT data with business data in the warehouse. So let me give you a good example. Let's say you have a fleet of trucks and you are looking at all the sensor readings coming off of the fleet of trucks, and you're looking at temperature, you're looking at how many miles they've driven, and the speed at which they've driven. So you're collecting a lot of data, and you're now able to do something very advanced, which is maybe do some predictive analytics. Based on the characteristics and what I'm seeing from the sensors, I can predict when a truck or a component may fail. Now, that by itself is really amazing and really important to do, but that's time IoT analysis on its own. Even though that's valuable, it's limited. When you put that data and that analysis in the data warehouse with the business data, now you can go one step further to say, okay, if I can predict with a fair level of accuracy that truck number 427 is about to have a failure, you look at the business data in the warehouse and say, what merchandise is on that truck? What customer is that going to? Is that a $500,000 worth of inventory? Is it perishable? Do I have a contract with the customer to get it to their destination at a certain time? Are there contractual obligations and penalties? So when you merge that IoT data with the business data, you can make much richer decisions, much more accurate decisions on how to run your business and how to manage the expectations of your customers. And that's just one example, but it's really, it brings together the business data that's in the warehouse and the IoT analytics and makes it easy for business analysts and executives to understand and consume and make the right business decisions.
You're mitigating risk, which every company wants to know. How do we mitigate risk? It's come up with the problems, the solution before the problem states itself. I mean, that's a big asset to the company.
It's a big asset to the company. It mitigates risk, and it makes it makes it available to a broad array of users. It's not just the 1 or 2 really smart people that know how to deal with IoT analytics and time series. It makes these functions available to business analysts. You can embed these in executive dashboards. So you're making these powerful analytic techniques available throughout the organization.
We have a few seconds remaining, but I got to chat with you. Where did you watch the Great American Solar Eclipse? You said it was amazing.
Yes.
So where did you watch it? Happened to not too long ago.
Yeah. So my son and I got in a plane. We flew up to Idaho, and we in Idaho, we had just outside of Boise.
Okay.
There was a small little town there, us and about 500,000 of our closest friends.
Funny how that works out, huh?
It was amazing.
You let them know where you're going to be, they're going to follow you.
Yes, exactly.
Well, in San Diego, we got a little, just a little portion of that. Idaho, I guess that was a full. You see,
the full eclipse is unbelievable.
Oh,
when you're seeing it right there, it's you're seeing just the black hole in the sky with the corona around it. It's beyond words. It's really incredible.
Living vicariously through you, Imad.
Thank you.
Good to see you again, Imad Baroudi, Director of Teradata Product Marketing, and chatting about time series. Interesting stuff. Always good seeing you.
Good seeing you.
See you in Vegas. We'll do it again.
See you in Vegas.
See you tonight, actually, 3 doors down as well. Yep. All right, well, we're going to continue here on the News Desk. Manager, Global Analytics Solutions. Lenny Colbert's going to be up here chatting with Lenny last year about what he thought about Atlanta's partners because, well, he was kind of leading the whole charge the year prior in 2015. We're going to be chatting about he was the president of Teradata Partners in 2015, so we're going to chat about the memories that he has. And of course, we want you guys to join the conversation. Hashtag TD Partners 17. Let us know what questions you have throughout this past week, I guess. Anything stands out for you? What are you hoping to gain next year? Do you want to come to Partners? What questions do you have about it? You definitely want to be there. Vegas is going to be exciting as we now meet Lenny. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
Great.
Well, let's talk about this year, 2015. You kind of led the charge last year in Atlanta. Now back in Anaheim. What's it been like this year for you?
Well, a little easier than leading the conference, right? So all the pressure went to Troy this year, in which he did a fantastic job. So far, the conference is going off without a snag. Good content. Good robots out there, good VR, with all the vendors and things that are here. It's been a great conference.
You tried the VR yet? That challenge? You got to do it.
Well, I haven't yet, no.
Yeah, you're not going to do it, are you?
I'm looking at people doing it, and I don't know, you kind of look goofy when you're looking at somebody else, but maybe I will.
Yeah, you look goofy to everybody else, but when you're in it, you are absolutely in a totally different world. I love that technology. It's going to take over the world. Chatbots and VR. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, except I try to get my kids to do their homework, and now they have way more distractions than we did as a kid, right?
That's what happens. Lenny is the manager of Global Analytics Solutions at McCain Foods Limited. He has nearly 20 years of corporate and consulting experience providing data and reporting solutions in agriculture, energy, finance, and manufacturing industries. But most of your time is simply shuttling your kids back and forth to sporting
Yeah, that is
events.
correct. I think everybody these days are chauffeurs for their kids. So my oldest finally got his license, so I'm hoping he can chauffeur me around.
Oh, that would be good. I have a son that's 14, and I can't imagine him chauffeuring me around or anybody else around yet. It's scary.
Well, it'd be like Uber, except I just feed him. I don't have to pay him.
Yeah, I'm hoping autonomous cars in 2 years are going to be the thing. I can just shove it in there, and then that's it. He doesn't have to drive.
Go.
Just shove him in the car. Memories that you'd like to share when you led the charge. Any memories that you still think about besides the stress? I know that's obviously like the memory that I had. It was stressful. But anything else?
You know, you're not sure if you have an impact or people remember the speech that you make. You know, for me, here's a little memory. I practiced. It wasn't so good. I practiced a little more, got a little better, practiced a little more. The day of the Monday event, 6 o'clock, I'm on the stage practicing, went well. I'm ready to go. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, but no one's showing up until 9 o'clock. So now you are pacing around and drinking water and going, yeah, now I'm getting nervous. So you get that first minute out of the way, and then it was great. But even this year, I'm wandering around and people are pointing to me going, oh yeah, you're the potato guy. So, you know, it resonated.
That's what they remember. That's what I like that. How'd you get involved with Partners?
Oh, great question. So 7 years ago, there was an outreach to some of the accounts in Canada, right? So I work for McCain Foods. Aaron Redshaw, who was the president in San Diego, reached out to our corporation and said, hey, would there be anyone interested in joining Teradata Partners? And I'm thinking, geez, I got a lot to do. I got to chauffeur these kids around. I don't have any time to do that, that type of thing. And she worked on me a little bit, and I applied, and it's been a fantastic event. I mean, the area where I work is a town of 1,000 people. You know, it's a little difficult to network professionally. So as being part of this organization, I got to meet a lot of great people, got to lead a conference. So it was an accident that had great benefits.
Well, I mean, it's a perfect segue into my next question. A lot of companies out there around the world watching, and they'll be continuing to watch. As on demand, you can watch all this 3 months after, but it'll be on YouTube. For companies that are wondering, what conference should I go to in 2018 and why? Partners is fantastic in this space. If they're on the fence, like why would they want to come to Partners?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. You know, Teradata Partners has evolved since I've been here. I mean, traditionally, Teradata's been seen as a database company. They're not that anymore. They're an analytics company. And, you know, every company has to compete on analytics if they want to win. You see the buzzwords and things like that, and a lot of conferences are there to sell you on their technology, and Teradata plays well in the entire ecosystem. So one of the things that I really get out of this conference is what's next, right? The edge of next, which is the name of the conference. We can't be planning on winning tomorrow. We have to plan on winning 5 and 10 years out, and I think the conference helps to prepare you for that sort of thinking.
Yeah, it's fun to have this virtual option here as well, and that continues to grow, but being here in person is definitely a different monster. Sessions that you've attended so far, what are some of your favorite sessions?
I attended the executive forum yesterday, and there Oliver talked about the sentient enterprise, which kind of seems like the Matrix, right? Everything is sort of managed, and you've reached
shameless plug.
Oh yeah,
might as well. I've got
hey
the book.
Oliver,
yeah.
Look, I might need another signature on here. It was a good talk because again, it's preparing you for 5 and 10 years out on how you compete, and we've done a good job competing internally on integrated data warehouse. But that's not enough today. We've got to move into more advanced analytics and then even go beyond that to take, you know, minimal tactical decisions and automate those, because the speed of business is not going to slow down. It's going to accelerate, and your average person is going to be able to keep up. So we've got to figure out how to arm ourselves going forward.
You know, I have a question for you. You, a marine biologist. How does a marine biologist transition into information technology? How does that work?
Well, I was a funny kind of marine biologist because I spent a lot of time in the ocean and I'm terrified of water. So that's sort of a weird thing, right? So
that is.
It was one of those things where, you know, I made a decision even though there was a lot of great fear in it, and decided, hey, if I'm going to excel in this area, I'm going to have to get over my fear of jumping in the deep end of the ocean, per se. All of my time was spent solving problems, which is what IT is solving business problems, and I spent a lot of time with computers. So it eventually became a very natural fit to transition from one area of science to the whole wide world of business. So that was really my transition.
I like
into
that.
IT.
It's a great story, and you know what? We can talk about data analytics, AI. I mean, we can talk about all kinds of stuff. I like to kind of jump around. Just the news desk is fun. It's open. It's just free thinking type deal. I want to talk about you personally. You're an interesting guy. You lived in a lot of different areas.
Yep.
All had hockey. Hockey was like the main sport out there. I'm in San Diego. We've seen hockey. We don't get on the ice out in San Diego.
Sure.
It just doesn't happen. But you're a head coach of Bantam Hockey. Any predictions?
Well, I'm here, so I haven't practiced the kids for the last week, so we'll get back at it. I have a really good bunch of kids, so we haven't had our first game yet to be able to benchmark ourselves against the other teams, but I think they have a good coach, so they should do well.
You know, I've actually been starting to follow hockey a little bit. In San Diego, we've got these San Diego Gulls, and got to know some of the guys out there. It's actually, I'm starting to learn the sport. But there's a lot more to that than just simply baseball or football. There's a lot more rules, I feel like, in hockey.
Yeah, and you know, I grew up with hockey. So 1975 was the first time I got on the ice to play minor hockey. I've played all my life. My dad turned 69 this spring, and he still plays pickup hockey. And it's a game that once you fall in love with, you never want to get away from it. And it teaches a lot of life lessons. Again, you're talking about, I love baseball. I also coach baseball. And, you know, the rules and the diamond and 90 feet and 90 degrees and that sort of thing is pretty awesome. But hockey looks a little chaotic if you don't know the rules. People are going in all directions, and you don't understand what an offside is. And we've got a little bit of soccer and a little bit of football and a little bit of things that go into it. But it is it's a fantastic sport. I think the thing I appreciate in the last few years is it's changed from probably a little more of a gladiator sport to speed and skill. And I think that's really helping drive adoption of the game in the U.S. is that skill and the speed aspect of it.
It's exactly the friend of mine that says plays for the Gulls in San Diego. I think all of you at home know what I'm about to ask, because I've been talking about it throughout the weekend. Predictions: Dodgers last night took out Houston in Game 1. What's going to happen tonight?
Dodgers
Repeat?
again?
I think it's going to happen.
Again.
They're tough. JT, wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic last night. Hey, great chatting with you.
Hey, thank you.
Lenny Colburn, once again with Teradata. Going to be chatting with him, I think, next year as well. But again, Manager Global Analytics Solutions for McCain Foods. Good guy. Good guy. Coming up next, in just a few moments, we've got a couple of ladies, very talented ladies. I'm excited to chat with them about a plethora of things up here. But I want to remind you, once we are not live on these channels of YouTube and Facebook, we'll continue the action here at the news desk. All you've got to do is type on in partners.teradata.com/virtual, and we will continue the conversation up here. The cutting edge analytics, that's what happens here at Partners, working in AI, deep learning, machine learning. And now we're going to be chatting with these ladies here. Hi. Students that came in and now really owning Partners. You guys are fantastic. I'll share with you why they're so fantastic. First off, Teresa Davies and Faith Hemingway, TUN Student Challenge winners from Loyola University, Chicago. I like Chicago. We were chatting earlier. I was at the Midway Airport. And it's O'Hare Midway. It's just crazy. No matter where you're at, it's just crazy, isn't it? You guys like O'Hare, though. I like Midway. You guys like O'Hare?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Teresa and Faith both led teams that were winners in the, this year's Analytics Challenge and the Data Challenge. Here with their teammates from Loyola University, Chicago, both undergrads, seniors graduating next May. That's exciting.
Yeah. Yes. It's really scary. Honestly, it's scary.
It's scary, but being here at Partners, does it ease you a little bit knowing that you're now on the right track?
It does. It really does.
It does.
Yeah. What are some of the takeaways so far that you've learned being here over the last 4 or 5 days you guys have been here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. I think getting to talk with different professionals throughout the conference gave me confidence to realize that I'm not alone on this journey. Everyone's very helpful, which has been pretty great.
Yeah. I would say it reaffirms the fact that people want to help us.
Yes.
As students, I think everyone's excited to hear what we're doing and how they can help and our plans going forward.
You know why? Because they know you're smarter than they are. That's why. They know that you're going to be their boss not too long from now. So they want to be friends with you. You guys are extremely bright. They both worked on separate projects, but of course from the same school. Faith, first off, congratulations being selected as People Choice winners. Tell me about your analytics challenge.
Yeah, so we got to choose our data set in the Analytics Challenge, and we partnered with GE Transportation. So they gave us data from IoT sensors on locomotive engines. And one thing that was really cool is we got to kind of go through all 4 million rows, and we suggested a way that they could cut down their engine testing process. We were able to make a dashboard also so that they could kind of see what was happening in real time.
That's exciting. Working with GE, it's been a big conversation here at Partners this year. Oliver chatting about GE Aviation. So, right, it's fun to see you up there. And I was told by some of the folks that were following you around that you guys are extremely nervous at the beginning, and now you guys have come into your own. Knowing that you own Partners now, which is great. Simply just owning Partners. I'm just throwing it out there. Teresa, your data challenge, you got to work with a charity. And their data. Tell me a little bit about the charity.
Right, so Rise Against Hunger is a nonprofit, and their whole platform is to help feed the hungry. those who are impoverished or affected by natural disasters, things like that. And so they gave us data sets to use through Teradata University Network, and we analyzed those data sets to try to find different insights for them, for donations, donors, trying to help them out as best as possible.
What have you guys seen walking around Partners? I mean, it's a lot of energy here in this city, just in general. It's La La Land. I mean, that's just kind of what happens here. But that energy transforms what happens to culture here each year. Every city that we go to, it changes the culture a little bit inside Partners, and it's exciting. Did Partners over deliver? What were your expectations coming into Partners?
No. Well, so we started out really focused on the competition. That was kind of the first thing we came in doing. We practiced our presentations, but after that, it was really nice because we got to go out and walk around. And like I said earlier, everyone wanted to talk to us. It was really easy to learn from people. I think that for us, with working with GE, they were excited to hear about what we did because it was so in the real world and kind of outside of the academic realm. So we got a lot of feedback. So that was really helpful for us to learn from as well.
Yeah. What about you walking around? How has Partners affected you?
I think I agree with Faith absolutely about all the feedback that we received. Everywhere, whether it was in our poster session or during our presentations or just the general sessions, everywhere, everyone was so helpful. They were willing to help us out and give us as much, information and feedback.
Now, if you have other students that are out here watching, possibly, they're probably watching you guys right now. What are some of the things that you would tell them? How do you choose the project that you're working on? Is it a big collaborative choice, or do you have something in mind going into it? It's like, I'm passionate about this, and I really want to do something. I just don't know how to get started. How did you get started, and how would you suggest I'm getting started?
Yeah, for us, it was really the professors who kind of helped us out. They got us connected with GE, and then from there it was a process of exploration, really. We had one goal we were given, and then throughout the whole time we worked on it, we found new insights, and just keeping it dynamic helped us gain the most out of it, I would say.
What about you? Same?
Absolutely. I agree with that. The professors were so helpful throughout the entire process, and whenever we needed feedback, whenever we needed an outside look, they came and stepped in and helped us out.
Yeah.
The next step for you guys, leaving Partners. You guys are now more focused. May is going to be coming up, and all of a sudden you're going to be like, well, real world's here we go. The direction that you're going in after May, do you have more direction now, coming from Partners, chatting with some people, the feedback that you've got?
Yeah. Well, for both of us, we already have job offers that we've accepted. So with that, it's been helpful to kind of get some insights on where we can go from there, and different technologies that are upcoming. But a few of the women on my team were actually able to connect with people here and get a little help with their job search. So that was really amazing for them, I know.
Yeah, I want to go off of the ladies in the industry. We had a topic yesterday talking about how to get more women in data science, interested in data science, statistical analysis, data mining, which of course all surrounds a data scientist. But you guys have come in here, and it's been primarily women here that have taken this on, and it's. I was chatting with Liza and Michelle yesterday that it's a different perspective. Companies, the diversification in a company, but having that different perspective with women that are data scientists that are able and extremely capable of bringing a company to the next level, it is a game changer.
Yeah,
and that's
really
the goal,
awesome.
is getting more women in the field.
Yes. Definitely.
And I think that it really helps to see women in leadership in these positions because it gives us something to aspire to and relate with.
Yeah, I would say so.
Any mentors that you guys have met here? Any ladies here that you met? There's a breakout session. It's happening today. I'm not sure what time. I can't remember what time it's happening, but it's focusing specifically on that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You definitely got to check that out. Tonight, 3 Doors Down. You guys 3 Doors Down fans? House of Blues?
It would be fun.
It would be fun.
You guys have got to go. You guys have got to go. You got to show up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Every single year, obviously, Wednesdays is the big hoorah. But let their hair down and enjoy it. Tomorrow's another day, though. You guys going to be wandering around the floor tomorrow?
No, we'll be back in classes
we'll be leaving
tomorrow.
Going back to our classes.
Okay, got it. Anybody you'd like to thank helping you get here to partners and just along the way in your projects?
Absolutely. So I know first we'd like to thank our 2 faculty advisors, Nenad Yukic and Zarko Nesterov. And we'd also like to thank Susan and Yenny. Yes.
Yeah, they were so helpful. Everyone at Teradata was
helpful.
so helpful. And our teams, of course, who couldn't be here. I don't think 9 people would fit very well in this space.
I would just leave. That's pretty much what everybody's been wanting anyways. That is, so I mean, the support is absolutely key. You guys have had a lot of support,
Definitely.
and hopefully we get to see you guys back here, partners, next year in Las Vegas. That will
I'm
be
sure
fun.
someone will come here.
That'll be exciting. That'll be.
You'll see Loyola,
Thank you very much,
hopefully.
ladies.
Thank
Once
you.
again, Teresa Davies, Faith Hemingway, both from Loyola University Chicago, the Student Challenge winners. Great job, you guys. Great job.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to be going into some more breakout sessions here in just a few moments. Teradata, DHL Express, and remember, the room moderators for each session, they will be reading questions live. So if you want to be a part of this breakout session, just click on the Sessions tab in the top left. Ask a question. That moderator is moderating that chat box. We want you guys to ask questions and be a part virtually. Be a part of those sessions virtually. It's very, very easy. And of course, we're going to be still live here at the news desk in just a little bit, about 45 minutes from now. Virtual is the slash, but again, partners.teradata.com/virtual, and we'll continue all of this coverage here live in Anaheim. See you in a bit.